Hi, hello. This is Yatish Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about immunology. Immunology is the study of immune system, immunity, antigens, antibodies, and their reactions. That is antigen and antibody reactions. In this topic, three scientists are important. First scientist, father of immunology, Edward Jenner. Father of vaccinology, Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, also considered as the father of microbiology. Robert Koch, the father of bacteriology. Immunology is the study of immune system, immunity, antigens, antibodies, and their reactions. That is, antigen antibody reactions. Immunity is the ability of an organism to fight against disease causing pathogens. And antigens. Antigens are the foreign particles or foreign molecules. When they enters into an individual, they can produce or induce antibodies and fight with that antibodies. That is called an antigen. Antibodies are the protein molecules synthesized upon the entry of an antigen, and these antibody molecules react with the antigen and kills the antigen. All vertebrates have an immune system. The main role of immune system is to recognize self and non-self proteins. Proteins are two types, self proteins and non-self proteins. In our body, every cell contains DNA, that is called nucleus, and synthesizes proteins. Whatever the proteins prepared by the self DNA molecule are called self proteins. And whatever the proteins not prepared in our cell coming from the outside, those are called non-self proteins. Non-self proteins are the proteins, they are very much harmful to the individual and may cause diseases. That's why these non-self proteins are called antigens. The main purpose of immune system in our body is recognizes self proteins with non-self proteins. Now we will discuss about antigens. All antigens are most probably they are proteins. The antigens denoted in the short form as Ag. Antigens are defined as any foreign molecule or substance when enters into the individual, they can induces the antibody production and fight with that antibodies and killed by that antibody, that is called an antigen. Every antigen must have two properties. The properties of antigens are: first property, antigenicity. Antigenicity is the capacity of an antigen to produce a disease in the infected individual. Second one, immunogenicity. Immunogenicity is the capacity of an antigen to induce the antibody production in an individual, that is called immunogenicity. A best antigen must contain these two properties, antigenicity and immunogenicity. Especially immunogenicity is useful to prepare vaccines. So all the vaccines are depends on the property of immunogenicity, and if it is an antigen, it must be greater than 10,000 Dalton molecular weight. It must be greater than 10,000 Dalton molecular weight. Below to this, that is called below to the 10,000 Dalton weight, that antigen is called as haptens. Hapten. Haptens are not having the property of antigenicity, they have the property of immunogenicity. Means haptens never cause a disease in the individual but induces the antibodies in that infected individual. Another property of the antigen is every antigen must contain antigenic determinants. What are these antigenic determinants? They are also known as epitopes. What is an epitope? Epitope is a protein molecule present on the surface of a bacteria or disease causing pathogen. Nothing but antigen. That means every antigen must contain a protein coated surface molecules. Those are called epitopes. Suppose this is a bacteria or an antigen, and on the surface of every antigen there are some of the protein molecules are present with a different structure and shape. These surface proteins on the antigen or disease causing pathogens, these are called epitopes. Epitopes may be one or two or many. If a pathogen containing only one antigen, the only one epitope, that is not that much of not have that much of antigenic property, means it cannot cause severe disease. Multiple epitope antigen may cause a severe disease, and the epitopes with different shapes and also many in number, that is the best antigen, definitely cause the disease and may kills the an organism. That means depending on the epitope number, the antigenic property increases. More the epitopes, more the antigenic property. Less the epitopes, less antigenic property. If there is no or without epitopes, if a pathogen, we are not calling it as a pathogen, if a bacteria without epitopes, it is a harmless bacteria. That's why in nature microorganisms are two types: useful microorganisms and harmful microorganisms. Useful microorganisms, they are useful in our daily life, like lactobacillus converts milk into curd. In the other hand, harmful microorganisms, with epitopes like Clostridium, Mycobacterium, and other cholera, typhoid. These are the pathogens they cause diseases because they have antigenic property, means they have different types of epitopes on their cell surface. The another opposite word to epitope is paratope. Paratope is the place present on the antibodies to bind with the epitope. So the part of the antibody to react with the epitope is called paratope. The part of the antigen reacts with the antibody part, that is called paratope. So the antigen antibody reactions in between epitope and paratope. If an antigen when enters into our body macrophages or phagocytes engulfs these antigens and digest the all the parts of the antigen. And coming to the proteins are much more antigenic compared to the polysaccharides. And polysaccharides are more antigenic than the lipids. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video.